Hello, my name is Cleinden, and welcome back to Brawlhalla. Today, I did before a few combos with Cleinden and myself that were based around Azoth, Petra, Ember, some other characters that I made. But Magyar, I already have white for Magyar. Okay, this isn't just a training thing where I put white on him. I have white already. I do not want to go into a game right now. This video is a training video for people who want to learn some combos that both I learned from other people and figured out myself for Magyar. Magyar he's only been out for a day and he's already my secondary main. Azoth being my first, Magyar being my second. So we're going to go to the Demon Island. I like this map because it's just flat, straight out. And we're going to be showing some combos with Magyar. I'm going to push this Kaya more towards the center of the map. Okay, now. Damage reset, all that good stuff. Okay. First, you need to get your damage back down to 0. Okay. We're gonna go hammer first, just because this is the one I have first. One that a lot of people probably know because it was shown in the actual launch trailer is Downlight Ensig. This I need to have show stun on. Show stun. And this one is almost a true combo. There is a possibility if you get it just right, if you're like right on top of them, you can have it be almost a true combo. The dodge window varies anywhere between the dodge window of 5 or 6, and it can even go down to 1 and into a true combo. But it is hard sometimes. There we go. See, that time it was a true combo. There was no dodge window. But then sometimes there can be a dodge window of 3 up to 5 or even 7 or 8. But it all depends. But your opponent can figure out how to dodge that pretty easily, even though there's only a dodge window of 2. Or sometimes it goes up to 5. But your opponent can probably figure out, if you like to do this one a lot, they can figure out. But the thing is, a lot of times if their opponent likes to dodge it, you can't really hold that down. Say if they want to, that's not what I'm trying to do. Where's, yeah, dodge reaction, neutral. They just spot dodge. Dodge window 1, it's pretty hard to dodge. And you probably can catch them, but you can also hold it. But if your opponent likes to dodge that a lot, say they like to, you can hold it, but say they like to dodge right. You can't get that. You can't hit that if they like to dodge that. So if your opponent likes to dodge right, or they dodge in, I mean, you can sometimes hit that if it has like a dodge window of 1 or if it's a true combo, but it's not always easy to hit. But you can do downlight downsig, and you can catch their dodge off guard and you can still get it. And it does roughly, hello. It's gonna be hard to hit now. I mean, that's the point, this one. If I can get it, no. I'm pretty sure it does roughly around the same damage. But this one, because Magyar moves a little forward, then if they like to dodge right, that's not what I was trying to do. If they like to dodge right, I'm pressing the wrong things now. If they like to dodge right, you can do that. And even if they like to dodge left, say they dodge left, you can still turn around and do it. It might take you a second, and it's a little bit more reactable. But you can also turn around and do that if they like to dodge either direction. You just have to determine or read or predict which direction they're more likely to go to if they like a certain direction more. And you can't really dodge ground from just a stomp. You can dodge down, but most people won't dodge down if they most people won't dodge down if you just stomp, because they're not going to go anywhere, and most of the time people won't do that. But if they do decide to, what am I doing? If they do decide to dodge down, you can just do that. but most likely they're not going to want to dodge down. If they dodge up, if they just neutral dodge, you can probably still do that. But if they like to spot dodge and they hold that, then you probably can just hold that and do it. If they like to dodge up, you can just do that and wait. And you can still catch them in that, you just have to hold it for a second, wait till they're fully in the air, and then you can still reach them even if they dodge up, which really comes in handy. I mean, you can still do it, by the time they dodge up, you can catch it. That's probably better, because while they're dodging, they can't get out of that. And this one's probably the harder one, but if they do like to dodge right, or any of the directions, you can do down sig. Or if they like to dodge left, that's the wrong direction. You get the idea. I already showed you it. This combo is getting kind of old, I think. I've shown it off a lot. We can go on to some other combos. You can expand on this combo. And you can make it a very high damage combo. That's not what I'm trying to do. If I can get it. That's not what I did originally. You got where I'm going. It's downlight, N-sig, Nair, and then recovery. I've done it in a real match before, but my fingers aren't working today. You know what I'm trying to do, though. I'll pull it off once. There we go. That's the combo. And you can keep that going, but I don't think your opponent would stay that still. I said very high combo. It's not that high. You can also just shorten it and do that. You can also just doing the recovery is probably easier. But if you do want a little more damage, it might be more reactable, and it's kind of harder to do. But if you want a little more damage, and if your opponent might fall for it, then you can do that. And you can also finish it off with a ground pound if you want. But that one's probably easier to just recover and then do it. I just showed off another combo for hammer. But you also can just add the extra Nair in there if you really want it. And the combo you probably see me use quite a bit now is... they have to be at higher damage for this one. It doesn't work if they're at 0, but you're probably not going to be ground pounding on top of their head if they're at 0 anyway. But say they're even at just like 40 damage. This still works. It's ground pound N-sig, and I believe that can actually kill very early on. I'm not sure though. I don't know. It's a combo that does a lot of damage, and it is pretty good, but it also, like, it's not even the fact that, oh, it's definitely not a true combo. It just doesn't have, like, ground pound into N-sig isn't really a true combo in the first place. And there definitely is a dodge window, just stun doesn't show it. You can also try to do, that. You could try to do down sig, neutral sig, but that one's kind of hard to pull off just because of the stun that you have in between those two moves. But it is possible. You would just have to predict your opponent's moves more to do that. There aren't too many more. I still have shield stun on, right? Yeah. You could of course just do that. You can do side light and then side sig, and you can also do side air and side sig, but that one doesn't work as well because you go further forward. So you notice that doesn't work there. But if they're at some higher damage, if they're around 50, 60, and you do it, it's going to work perfect. It'll only work around that range because eventually they will get if they get too high damage, say they're at like 90. And you try to do side air and that, they're going to be knocked too far. So when they're still in around yellow, that's a quick, fast combo. When they're in kind of a darker yellow, that's a quick and fast combo that you can do to get them very quickly from yellow to orange. But also, if you want to do that combo at higher damage, you could also dash. What am I doing? You could also dash after you hit the side air, and you can still probably get it. But also, something with Magyar is you could also spider crawl and do it. It's probably a lot more reactable. But if you don't want to, dashing is probably the better option because it's a lot faster and it's a lot less reactable. And of course, there's less of a dodge window in between that. But you can spider crawl in between that and do it if you're not a pro dodger. There is a dodge window of 25. It is pretty fast, but it's also not too reactable. And believe me, I learned this from someone else doing this combo on me. It is very fast. It comes at you very fast. It seems pretty easy to dodge with a dodge window of 21 to 25. But yeah, this one obviously has much more of a if you do this and then you do spider crawl, you're definitely going to have much more of a dodge window, and people can probably react to that much easier if you do that. So probably your better option is to just dash into it, because then you have a dodge window of 20, which isn't fantastic, but it still works. That's all the hammer ones I know of. Let's move on to Greatsword. Greatsword has a lot that aren't really combos, they're more of strings, but there's a lot of combinations for Greatsword. One of them is fairly easy. You can mix any of them with side sig. I just revealed another one on accident. I'll get to it in a second. But you can do any of the basic moves with side sig, and it'll work perfectly fine. You can do down light, side light. That's and light. Any of the neutral light attacks work. You can also, of course, with Greatsword, you can mix those together. So you can do down light, side light, then side sig. I'm pretty sure the only one it doesn't work on is if you do side light, neutral light, down light. Because that one, they don't get knocked high enough, and they also get knocked pretty far. This is one that probably... Oh, the damage is very high. Hang on. But this one, they just don't... you can mix and match those, though. You can do... You just don't want to do a finisher. You just don't want to do a finisher because it'll knock them too far, but you can do, like... That's the wrong thing. But any of those work, you just do two different light attacks, because if you do two of the same light attacks, it's going to do a finisher, and they're going to get knocked too far. You can still dash and do it, but it's much more reactable, and it has a lot more of a dodge window. But it's a lot less reactable if you do the one I always like to do is down light, side light, then side sig. But you can mix and match that with any of them. And it still works just as long as you don't do a finisher. One that a lot of people probably know of is this one works at lower damage. It stops working around the 70 to 80 damage range. But that's just... The only thing that matters is that you get a finishing neutral light. This isn't just specifically... This one's probably the easiest one to do. But all that matters is that you get a finishing one. So you can do like this, and it will still work. All that matters is that you get a finishing neutral light to launch them into the air, and then you can do that. There are a few other ones you can do. This one doesn't work with side light, but down sig. It also works in combos, and something this is one that I by myself came up with. And it is very useful because no one ever sees it coming, as far as I've learned. It doesn't work with, that side sig. It doesn't work with side light, because you step back. But if you do down light, and then you can hit it, or if you do neutral light, then you can hit it. And, it is, because that has a dodge window of 11. That has a dodge window of 18. And it almost constantly has a consistent dodge window. Like a lot of other moves, like if you do this, and then that has a dodge window of 19 there. And now 15. The dodge windows vary a lot, but this is one of the rare occurrences where your dodge window is going to be almost always 18. You've probably noticed every single time that I've done this, the dodge window has been 18. It's a little bit more if you do neutral light. This one varies a lot more. It can be anywhere from 18 to 20. Normally it's 19 though. It's only one more frame of dodge window. But I would normally do this one. And it seems like it's pretty bad because it has a big dodge window. But say they're at 100 damage. It does a lot of damage. People don't think it does, but that does a lot of damage. And if they're at like 120, like I'm pretty sure, that's not what I'm trying to do. That one, I don't actually think knocks them as far, but also people can see this coming. And this one, it's a lot more reactable. Because this one you can dodge in between those two moves. If you just press it, it can be a dodge window, but you can hold it. But the thing is that I don't know. This one just seems a lot easier. It's a lot easier to input than the other one for some reason. I don't know why. But you also back up from your opponent, and it makes it a lot less reactable because it seems like you're backing up, but also it comes out much faster in this one. That one takes a while to come out. It has a lot of active frames. This one, even though it has a bigger dodge window than the other one, it comes out very fast, and it's a lot less reactable than side sig. I actually don't know the minimum damage it kills at. I think it's around 140 to 150. Yeah, you can be at 140 damage in red, and that will kill. So that's a nice one. There aren't too many other ones I know of. But this one, trust me when I say a lot of people will... It doesn't work with side light. Remember that. If you're going to do side light, then do side sig. But it does not kill that early on. It does a lot less knockback, and it does a lot less damage. Which is why, like, you can do that. Or you can do that. But one of them kills a lot earlier on than the other one does. Like, you can do this. Unstoppable. The reason why you'll want to do downlight downsig is because that's the one that does the most damage and it's gonna knock it back the farthest. It's not always guaranteed to kill, but if you're, it does kill pretty early on. And you can do this one, but it doesn't kill as easy. And they'd have to be at higher damage. And you can do this. You can do side sig, but I don't think side sig will kill until about 160 damage. And 20 damage isn't that hard to do in this game anyway. No. 150, yeah, 160 is around when it kills. So you can do it then. But this one kills all the way at 140. It feels like I'm trying to sell you a combo right now, but I'm serious. This one is a better combo to kill with. Godlike. But even if it doesn't kill, it does knock them back pretty far anyway. Like, literally even say your opponent is at 20 damage. If you want your opponent to get away from you, it does knock them back pretty far. And sometimes just this alone is pretty hard to hit unless they're like coming towards you and you can back up and do that. But you can like dash do that and then do that. Because downlight goes very far. You can do this. But because due to the fact that you back up, it's kind of hard to hit sometimes. But if you do this and you back up just the right amount to do that. There aren't a lot of greatsword other ones I know of. If you have any other ones that you know that you would like to share, please let me know. Greatsword's really a string weapon. It doesn't have too many combos, but you can mix and match a lot of the SIGs with a lot of the neutral attacks, and it works really well. We don't have enough time in this video to go and investigate some of the combos in a real match because this video is already about 20 minutes, but try these combos for yourself out on Magyar and tell me how they work for you. If you have any other ones in the comments, please let me know. I'd like to try them out. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you have a good day. Hope this helps you play Magyar. Cleinden, out.